So I was doing some product research to launch a new product on eBay in 2024. And on this paper right here, I have 7 things which I always try to go through every single one of them, make sure that it will meet my product criteria. This is my personal product criteria. And trust me, this is game changing. And in this video, I'm going to share all of it with you. I'm going to show you how I try to implement each and every one of them. And at the end, when you come across a product which will meet all these 7 things, that product, in my experience, is definitely going to be successful. So without any delay, let's get started with point number 1. Hit the like button, the stuff, under whatever. The first thing that you want to think about, what kind of niche you will be getting into. It doesn't matter what that niche will be, as long as the product that you will find will be profitable. And there are a couple of things that you can do to find the best niche for you. I sell mobile phone and accessories, and I'm trying to diversify my online product portfolio. Mobile phone and accessories categories is getting very competitive, and a lot of different new sellers are jumping into this categories, like driving the price down, and the profit margins are way too less as like the way they used to be back in the days as well. So I'm looking more into home and kitchen item nowadays. But obviously, as I said, in this tutorial, you wouldn't just sit down and come up, okay, I will sell home and kitchen items as well. You need some sort of starting point. So there are different ways you can actually choose what will be the best niche for you. Go to the Google, and on the Google, what you want to do is type Amazon bestsellers and then type UK at the end, right? It will give you the product for UK. If you type US, it will give you the product for US. That's obvious. So you do that, and then you will come to a list where you will see all the best-selling item on Amazon. This one, the first one right here, you can see Crocs are doing really, really well. Obviously, this is a brand, but we can find something which is not a branded item. But this will give you a general idea what kind of products are doing really, really well. And then I can see a lot of different like mugs as well, keychains as well. This is a really, really good idea right here. Like a keychain with a card number on it. Like, I don't know why nobody have thought of this before. This is a really cool keychain, by the way. So once you are right here, Amazon also divide them into a different categories. Like this keychain, I want to look into it. Like, it's a really good idea to sell these kind of keychains. Also, as I was talking about home and kitchen type of item, if I click on home and kitchen, then I have bed sheets right here, air fryer right here. Then I have candles, thermometer, this blanket hoodies as well. These are doing, electric blanket is doing really, really well. So once you will look at this list, even you are absolute dummy, you have no idea about what kind of products will do well, I can promise you, you will be able to select the niche for yourself. And this is the first thing. The other thing that you can do, you can go to Zek Analytics right here, and inside the Zek Analytics, they recently started using a new technology. It's just not cosmetics change, but Zek Analytics is way faster than before. It's way accurate, and you can do unlimited search on Zek Analytics as well. You can see the trending niches on eBay right here. I selected UK, but you can look for US, China, depending on wherever you are. So plant, tree pot, garden, bird feeder, pets, dog, cat. In the first point, as I was saying, by using free tools and Zek Analytics, you can start using for little as $1. I will put the link for them inside the description. You can decide what niche will be the best for you. So in a point number 2, what I normally do, I try to make sure that once I will decide a niche right here, let's say I decided to sell, just for the sake of this video right here, let's say I decided to sell plant tree pots. So I will click on this one. Zek Analytics will run their analysis, and then there are a couple of things that I need to look right here. So the first one, what I do, I filter straight away without like looking at any other numbers. You need to filter this one. You can see the star sign right here, and click on this one right here, and then it will filter all the sellers with the amount of feedback they have, right? So I'm looking for someone who is minimum minimum getting 5 sales, write this down, 5 sales within 30 days, and they have less than 1,000 feedback. So if they have less than 1,000 feedback, they are new to platform. They are not like been selling from a long time. As compared to if I filter this one otherwise, you can see right here, like this seller have 997,000 feedback. So I don't want to compete with them. They are established already. But that's the reason I filtered this one with the feedback. And once I filtered this one with the feedback, I can see the sellers right here. This one is less than 1,000. You can see this one 788. And they have sold 4 of this right here. And they are actually drop shipping this item as well. Like Zek Analytics do tell you if the product is being drop shipped. Then the next item right here, you can see this seller have 1,754, but they have sold 13 of them. So, which means like this is a good product to get started with. So in a point number 3, and a lot of people, trust me, I don't know how to like phrase it nicely. A lot of people, they look at short-term potential. And once they're doing their product research, they become a little bit greedy. There is nothing wrong with it. Like, to be honest with you, if you are near the Christmas and adding some Christmas lights will be a really, really good idea. But generally, if you want to make a passive income, I would say you want to see how season dependent is this item. Like, for example, we was looking at electric blanket when it comes to Amazon bestsellers. They won't sell well in summer. Like, these are not electric ones, but these are blanket hoodies. And even these blankets right here. The Silent Night is obviously a brand, but there are like aftermarket brand as well. They are selling electric blankets as well, even though expensive than Silent Night themselves. But these are very seasonal dependent item, to be honest with you. So what normally happen is like you can't make a long-term sustainable business out of it. So this is the reason I always check how season dependent is the item. Normally you can tell by the item, but you can see the graph right here. Like when it comes to during the month of December, the sale trend is going little bit down. So you want to make sure like you're not getting into these types of item. I give you one example. A lot of people say like Zen, what's wrong with it? If I won't sell Halloween costume near the Halloween, or if I don't sell Christmas light near the Christmas, I'm making good money out of it. What's wrong with it? Nothing wrong with it. But this business is not going to be sustainable for longer period of time. I give you one example. When I started the business, I had iPhone cable. iPhone 1 meter cable, which is a standard cable, comes in every box. Everybody had that. So I wanted to stand out a little bit. I thought, okay, well, people need a longer cable to charge their phone. Sometimes the socket is not close to them. So I started looking into 2 meter and 5 meter iPhone cable. There was a competition already, but once I launched the product, I guess I had probably 30p profit out of 3 meter cable and 50p profit out of 5 meter cable. And some people might think, then, you are going to invest the money, buying the things, do the listing, take the picture, do the packing and shipping. Like at that time, I was doing packing and shipping by myself as well, just for 50p profit. But down the line nowadays, even with that 30p or 50p profit, we sell about, I would say, nearly about 200 to 300 of those cables every single day. And now I outsourced all of my fulfillment. So 2 things which I'm trying to prove right here. Number 1, the cable is now season dependent. So I can rely on the sale throughout the year. The product is very sustainable. The second thing, once you are starting a business, you might think, okay, well, this is a less profit and I don't want to get into this product, but you have to think about this will be the money that you wasn't earning yesterday, what you will be doing otherwise. If you have something else to work on, which can obviously bring more profit, by all means, you should go for it. But if you don't have nothing else going on, you should at least start from somewhere. How much profit you should aim for? You should keep in mind the 40-30-30 rule, right? I will tell you one thing. 40% is going to be your item cost. If you are like getting £100 in terms of sale, £40 is going to be your product cost. £30 is going to be something that you are going to spend on your shipping, your fee, like, eBay fee, all other kind of stuff as well. And then the rest of £30 is going to be your profit. So initially, I would say if you aim for 30% profit margin, this is really really a good sign. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is the price point. Ideally, I would say your price should be somewhere between £15 to £20. I have done so much analysis on it, and a lot of people won't tell you this. Once you're selling something online, a lot of people who are your potential customers, you need to understand the psychology of your buyer. That's the reason you don't try to find the customer for your product. You try to find the products for your customers. So you need to understand your customers. I have noticed most of the shopping that people do online is during a night time. And once they are doing shopping at night time, people are just bored at the end of the day. Yes, there are, like I would say, majority of people, they buy something because they really need that item. But I would say there are numbers of buyers who just buy things just for fun, to be honest with you as well. If you are looking at the price point at £15 to £20, buyer wouldn't really think twice before they buy something. This is like a buying power in UK. It's a lot higher in US, but as soon you will jump something over £25-30, then the customer will actually think twice. So look into the item which have a price point of £15 to £20. Ideally, you will be able to make decent profit out of it as well, while not compromising the amount of sale you're going to get from that particular item. I hope that makes sense. So my next point, it's very relevant to the price point as well. You should never, if you're a beginner, you should never sell bulky items. So I'm talking about something which is over 2 kilo, let's say. Because I know a lot of people are very visual people, like I'm very visual people. This one right here is the shoebox. Your rule, once you are launching a product in the beginning, is to find something which will fit inside a shoebox. And the reason for that is like your storage cost is going to be really low. And then on the top of that, your postage cost is going to be really low as well. So postage, which take a lot of your profit margin, trust me, postage is really expensive. So that's the reason, like, visually, you need to see, okay, is it something that will fit inside the shoebox? Go for that particular product. So the next thing, it gets a little bit technical, but I will try my best to explain in an easier way. So if you will go inside the Zek Analytics right here, you will see there are some things that you can see on the top right here. So this stuff right here. Number one, I normally, to be honest with you, will ignore the sell-through rate because that depends on many different things as well. Zek Analytics always pull out the data from 100 listings right here. And the first thing that I will see, the successful listings right here. So the successful listings are 68%. This is a really good indicator. So 100 listings, and out of those 100, 68% of those sellers are getting some amount of sale. Average selling price is about £10. I like to be a little bit higher because I touch it, again, depend on the niche as well. But in a home and kitchen item, I will go for somewhere between £10 to £15, which will be ideal for me. Then this is the market share, right? In the market share, you want to make sure not one seller is heavily dominating that category. So in this one right here, you can see this seller, like Jumping Bugsy, is getting about 44.9% of the market share, which is a really big. So these are 7 to 8 different criterias. If you go through each and every one of them, and this is what I always teach my student in the details in my 0 to full-time eBay selling course. I'm going to put the link for that inside the description. And I'm going to link one video right here where I've been through like each and every one of them, and I found one item at the end which was a successful product. So I'm going to link that video right here.